Oh man, it's so sad to watch this CTE. CTE! Billy, that's M-E-T-H. Meth!
And the way he's acting, the paranoia, the delusion is, it just screams meth.
Alright, so a couple of weeks ago I made a video about how BJ Penn was experiencing a mental episode because he was claiming that his mom was replaced by an imposter who assumed her identity. Right after I uploaded my video, he ended up deleting his post, and I was really hoping that we'd start to see his condition improve, but unfortunately, my friends, that has not been the case, and quite frankly, I think he's only been getting worse, and I'll walk you through all of the craziness in this video.
Well, looks like BJ's losing it again. I told you guys about this shit like a year ago, and I was the bad guy. Everybody's like, bro, leave BJ alone, bro. That's my uncle. He's a champ. You just hating on the champ. Just like that. That's exactly how the comments would read. And then now, the comments are slowly changing. Oh, brother BJ, don't kill your whole family, bro. Oh, brother BJ, you're the champ, bro. Please get help. Oh, man, it's so sad to watch this CTE. CTE! Billy, that's M-E-T-H. Meth.
Anyways, this guy who's claiming that BJ is addicted to meth is named Accusations, and based on my research, he owns a popular ranch in Hawaii, but he's also involved in local politics on the island as well. There is a whole lot of context behind why he and BJ are beefing, but it's not all that relevant to this video. What is important, however, is that both these guys live on the same island as one another, they've known each other for a while now, and Smith has been outing Penn as a meth user for at least a year now.
This motherfucker is on Body by Batu. That's the only thing that helped you lose weight like that. We should start calling him Bloodhound Bijo for all the shit that he been sniffing up his fucking nose. You guys over here talking about mental health. That fucker is just mental. No more any health around him. Oh, where's the people like his family to help him? He just fucking said he's gonna kill them all. So they're probably not really close to him right now. I don't know. Maybe just me. But usually if somebody said they're gonna fucking kill me because I'm a fake person, probably not gonna be around that fucking area. But to each his own, I guess, Billy. Holy fuck. Well, looks like...
And in response to these serious claims, Penn took to his own Instagram and dropped the bombshell news that Accusations is actually a man named Eric Beach, but in disguise. Not only that, Penn pulls out another plot twist and says that Eric Beach is also under disguise as the current governor of Hawaii, Josh Green. Now, if you're wondering who this Eric guy is, then just know that according to his LinkedIn profile, he is the current executive director of the Penn family's nonprofit organization. And instead of, maybe elaborating on why he thinks Eric Beach is somehow disguising himself as two other men, BJ instead demands that Eric give him a tractor that he bought from him 12 years ago. What the fuck?
I made a video earlier talking about my mom and my brothers getting hurt. This is real JD and fake JD. Real JD has all of his teeth and a pointy chin. Fake JD is taller and has a crooked front left tooth and no back teeth, even though me, JD, and Reagan never had a cavity in our whole entire lives. I finally found a real picture of JD, his wedding picture. The fake JD with no teeth is from the last Thanksgiving a couple months ago. This is the original picture that I noticed something was strange because his eye color was brown, not black, and had a crooked front tooth, which I never saw before. I googled JD's name and there were no pictures of him on the internet, only one or two of himself and none showing his teeth. So I asked Rich Cho, Bellator matchmaker who is always with JD, to send me a picture of JD with his teeth. Rich sent a picture, but it looked like it was photoshopped. His tooth was extra white, so I kept bugging fake Lorraine Chin about JD's teeth and that it wasn't him, to have JD send me a picture, and then this new fake JD guy sends a picture of all of his teeth back in his mouth. Third JD has a growth up on his right eye. His right cauliflower ear is completely different, and the other JD, and he doesn't match up, but I try to push them together in a collage thing just to try to line it up, just to see if it is real and realize how many people are playing JD. In this picture that I noticed, the kids look like Fraggle Rock. LJ's neck is so long, so I compared him to long neck guy, and then I looked at the younger boy MJ, and his eye goes under by the nose, and there's nothing here that looks like LJ's.
Dude, this video is scary. First off, this is clearly his brother. Yes, JD does look a little bit different now than he did previously, but it's still clearly the same guy. And I'm sure this goes without saying, but the fact that BJ can't recognize his own family is very alarming stuff. Obviously, just a couple of weeks ago, he couldn't recognize his own mom, but now it seems like his feelings of paranoia and delusion have expanded to his brother as well as his nephews. But delusions aside, I think the scariest thing about this video is the way that BJ talks throughout it. Like, the combination of him speaking so rapidly yet completely monotone sounds so unnatural, and he just keeps going and going on an uninterrupted stream of consciousness. This is not how a person who is mentally well speaks.
My brothers JD Penn, Reagan Penn, and Kalani Mamazuka were all murdered, and this picture right here, I took it during the governor's campaign. My mom's anti-helix is falling off, and in her ear. And then you can see the 2 different kind of skins on the back of her neck, that she's wearing some kind of makeup, a skin makeup. And then here's my brother. I thought his ears looked funny, so I go, let me see your ears. And then I looked and I saw his eye later, and then he has freckles on his ear. And none of us have freckles, not even my white dad doesn't even have freckles. So just I want to ask the Hilo Police Department, what are you guys going to do? Let's get these guys. Let's get these guys. They got murdered. They go find out these people, and then we got to take DNA tests for all the other.
Bro, somebody needs to sit BJ down and go over the concept of aging with him really quickly. As humans age, it's pretty normal for us to develop flaps of skin that we didn't have before and spots to start to form on our skin, especially if you spend a lot of time in the sun like most Hawaiians do. Yeah, BJ, I'm pretty sure that your mom and your brother both look a little bit differently than they did before. This kind of happens with every single person alive ever. And even just zooming out a little bit, we basically get confirmation that BJ is still fully convinced that his mom is not his mom, and now we get confirmation that he now also believes that his brother Reagan has also been replaced. Which, if we're keeping score, means that every living member of BJ's immediate family has been eliminated and replaced with some sort of imposter wearing a mask, except for him. In fact, BJ recently made a post stating how not only is he the last surviving member of his immediate family, he takes it one step further and says that he is the last living heir to the Penn family's $50 million fortune. Now, obviously, seeing as his mom and brothers are alive and well, this is kind of a strange thing to say, but things get much weirder when you read his caption to the post. So if you are confused at what he's trying to say here, then don't worry, I am right there with you, man. I mean, he starts off by saying that his niece is a certified heir to his mom's fortune, but in the very next sentence, he says that there is no next generation of Penn children. I honestly think that he might be insinuating that his kids, as well as his brother's kids, might have also been replaced, but this post is so confusing and poorly written that it's impossible to know what exactly he's trying to say. And the final post that I want to show you to cap this all off is this one, and if you will excuse me, I am going to read this one word for word. I love when this guy's club says BJ is crazy when I'm talking about my family being murdered because they wear masks to cheat when married. Like I care, it's the stealing and the killing that must stop. I don't give a fuck about that shit. But you wear a mask to murder and rob, then fuck you and your horse. BJ seems to have this bizarre attachment to the idea that people are putting on masks so that they can go out and have affairs. He's also made this post where he references it again, and yeah, I don't know, man, this guy is just not doing very well these days. Which leads me to the main question that's on my mind, which is, do you guys think that BJ Penn is actually addicted to meth? Because when I first started hearing these rumors, I really didn't want to believe it, but in the last few weeks, I'm starting to think that they might be true. I mean, it would help explain the manic rants and his constant feelings of paranoia. In fact, just last month, Jared Gordon, who's dealt with substance abuse issues himself, had this to say about Penn's condition.
But meth is huge out there. And the way he's acting, the paranoia, the delusion is, you know, it just screams meth. So I had made a comment, sounds like meth, and it got a lot of people's attention. Also, obviously, as we've seen in the past with football players and wrestlers, is head trauma, brain trauma. Can I say it's CTE? No, but do I think that his history of concussions and brain trauma are also contributing to this? Yes. But drug abuse is also a major role, plays a major role in extreme paranoia, especially what he was displaying.
I honestly think that Gordon might be hitting the nail right on the head here. Of course, BJ has experienced enough head trauma to last him several lifetimes, but I also think his current behavior might be a combination of repeated TBIs along with drug use. And to Gordon's point, meth has really taken over the Hawaiian Islands. After doing a little bit of research into meth use in Hawaii, I was pretty shocked to see how rapidly it's been taking over as the primary drug in the area. It has skyrocketed to become the most prevalent drug in the state, and it's affected key aspects of life in Hawaii, including crime and homelessness rates. And as deeply depressing as it would be to learn that Penn has become addicted to meth, I do think that this is something that we might need to seriously consider. And who knows, let's just say that he's not using meth, it's still very clear that he's suffering from intense delusions and paranoia that only seem to have gotten worse in the last month. And if he continues to believe that these mask-wearing imposters are out to steal his family's $50 million fortune, then I really am scared to see what lengths BJ is willing to go to in order to protect what's his. And whether it's drugs or CTE or both, BJ's behavior lately has gotten more erratic and detached from reality, and I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that things change for the better soon. Anyways, that's the video for today. Definitely let me know what you think about BJ Penn's condition. Do you think BJ is telling the truth about these imposters, and what do you think can explain his current behavior? As always, if you like the video, then like the video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. I appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.